Bye-bye, Letitia. It looks like the hunter has become the hunted. The Federal Housing Finance Agency has sent a criminal referral to the DOJ accusing Letitia James of mortgage fraud. The criminal referral against New York Attorney General Letitia James has been filed with the DOJ, alleging that James has falsified records to get home loans for a Virginia property that she claimed was her principal residence in 2023 while she was serving as a New York state prosecutor. Mortgage fraud convictions carry up to 30 years of prison time and $1 million in fines. According to whitecollarfraud.com, this is a stunning development that threatens to upend New York's legal and political landscape. And they say that the bombshell referral dated April 14 and signed by the FHFA director William J. Pulte outlines a pattern of alleged misrepresentation spanning multiple properties and decades. The document was sent directly to Attorney General Pam Bondi and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche requesting criminal investigation. They say that they've obtained the published full referral letter, which we showed you before. This federal investigation appears to validate the extensive real-time audit they've conducted over the past several months, detailing James' problematic property transactions and financial disclosures. Now, the allegations. The key here is James signed a specific power of attorney on August 17, 2023, declaring her intent to make a Norfolk, Virginia property her principal residence. This declaration came just weeks before James began the high-profile civil fraud trial against, at the time, former President Donald Trump. The letter states that James reaffirmed this would be her primary residence despite being a statewide public office holder in the state of New York at that same time and primarily residing in the state of New York. This allegation directly validates White Collar Fraud's April 1, 2025 exclusive report, where they first uncovered and revealed this declaration, writing, "A declaration buried in legal filings states her intent to make a Virginia house her principal residence, and have a look. I hereby declare that I intend to occupy this property as my principal residence." The second allegation concerns James's Brooklyn property at 296 Lafayette Avenue. The FHFA states that while the property's January 26, 2001 certificate of occupancy lists it as a 5-unit dwelling, James has consistently misrepresented the same property as only having 4 units in both building permit applications and numerous mortgage documents. The FHFA investigation confirms White Collar Fraud's reporting that this misrepresentation allegedly allowed James to secure conforming loans and mortgage modifications that would not have been available for a 5-unit property. Per Zero Hedge, while this was a long time ago, it raises serious concerns about the validity of Miss James' representations on mortgage applications, wrote Pulte, attaching several documents showing James had purchased another property with her father as a co-signer, but falsely listed the pair as, quote, husband and wife in 1983 and 2000. James also granted power of attorney to Seamus Thompson Hairston, a relative, to sign an August 17, 2023 document authorizing the purchase of the first property according to WCF. Ms. James, for both properties listed above, appears to have falsified records in order to meet certain lending requirements and receive favorable loan terms, Pulte wrote, adding that James could be charged with wire fraud, mail fraud, bank fraud, and making false statements to a financial institution. Jonathan Turley joined Laura Ingram to discuss these shocking allegations. Take a listen.
Well, obviously, the irony is perfectly crushing. This is a person who prosecuted Trump for everything short of ripping a label off a mattress. And among the charges that were brought in New York, in not just the civil but the criminal case, was making false or misleading statements to financial institutions. And one of these sections, Section 1014 of the federal code, is prosecuted. It took me about 60 seconds of a search to find cases that the Department of Justice brought against people who falsely claimed that property was their principal residence in order to get loans. So this is well-tread areas for the Justice Department. As for James, if we apply the Letitia James standard that she created, there'd be little question here. This seems pretty pretty straightforward. What the administration is saying is this was not her principal residence. In fact, as a New York elected official, she had to say that her principal residence was in New York. This was an out-of-state residence. But also, they claim that in some of these forms, she actually states that her father is her husband in order to file as a married couple. So there's a lot of those questions. And as you know, the Supreme Court just stated earlier in March in a case called Thompson that they want to see knowing false statements under sections like 1014, not just misleading statements. These are misleading statements. Either it's your principal residence or it's not.
Or it's not.
Either you're married to your father or he's your father. So they can this can satisfy the Thompson standard.
Now, we want to add here that almost 2 weeks ago, Roger Stone said, I have indisputable evidence of mortgage fraud, personal financial fraud, income tax, evasion and campaign finance fraud, as well as the illegal use of non-profits. It has all been turned over to the appropriate authorities. He says Letitia James is going to prison. TikTok Tish, get ready for the morning FBI raid. Just want to throw back here to Letitia James saying nobody is above the law. Take a listen.
My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law. And it is my responsibility and my duty and my job to enforce it.
This is yet again another classic case of these lunatic left-wing Democrats projecting their own behaviors onto other people. They always accuse people of the very things that they are guilty of. If all of this is true, needless to say, Letitia James could be going away for a very long time. In a very Ilhan Omar-esque fashion, perhaps her husband will be visiting her behind bars. We want to tell you about how millions of Americans are taking advantage of these uncertain times in financial markets. From tariffs, auditing Fort Knox, government shutdowns, escalating wars, and governments running out of money, it's no wonder there is extreme volatility in the markets. Silver and gold thrive in times of chaos, as they are now. Take advantage of this once-in-a-generation opportunity to thrive and call Kirk Elliott Precious Metals at 720-605-3900 or go to kepm.com/pulse. Learn how to protect your retirement assets with a firm that will educate you, not overcharge you with high commission gold and silver, and doesn't charge a commission when you sell. Call them today at 720-605-3900. And there are ads for gold and silver on nearly every show these days, but I have a warning for you. Don't overpay for your stuff. Stay away from overpriced, high commission, rare or semi-rare coins for personal delivery or in your IRAs. Only purchase low-cost bullion that is 100% liquid from a firm that doesn't even charge a commission when you liquidate. Call KEPM at 720-605-3900 or go to kepm.com/pulse to learn more and take advantage of what may be the largest bull market of a generation.